Man, it's cold in Texas, y'all. I mean, cold. Eek. Anyway, speaking of cold, I got an inbox today, and so I must address this because I showed my butt yesterday. I was really happy this part is over with because they're always going to come up with something. This is what they do. This is why they're so mentally not there. I mean, if you have nothing else to do but to find things wrong in America, we got a problem. Okay? We got a problem. Now, I have denounced. How did this video get dark? How in the heck did it get dark? Here it is. I have denounced the stuff that went on at the Capitol. Okay? But at the same time, we know it wasn't just us. Okay? It's just facts, not fiction. And a lot of people want to say us Republicans, we have no shame. We don't care about what happened. Yeah, we care. We're just very upset because it seems like you guys don't. You don't care. Because we had a long summer with people getting hurt and killed, innocent people. All because of Black Lives Matter and Antifa. And you guys are trying to act like it didn't happen. It did happen, and it was worse than what we seen on that day. Okay? It was worse. But my thing is, these people in the news, the media, this and that, they can silence and block whatever it is that they want when it comes to truth. And it's not right. It's just like with the trial, okay? A lot of that stuff they made up, they changed his words, twisted it up, and then they built a case. They built a case on twisting up what he said. He did not say what they said he said. He did not mean that. I mean, he'd been running around for 4 years, president of law and order. And y'all said that's being a dictator. And he meant that on both sides. If you're wrong, you're wrong. But my thing is, the hypocrisy that you guys have, you never look at yourself. That is just mind-blowing that you continue to do this. It really is. And I don't have respect for people like that because you can always point out somebody else is wrong. I think you're sick. I think you're twisted and you're hurt. A lot of the hurt that you have, it's because you have the wrong people in your life, or you've been hurt before, and then you walk around like you're the only one that went through that. I mean, you have no idea somebody else's disposition, okay? Some people could take their pain and hold it up. This happened to me. Well, hell. A lot happened to me, but I'm not wearing it right here. It is what has made me stronger, okay? And I don't have to keep reflecting backwards to what happened to me because I know I'm bad to the bone, okay? Saucy. Auntie is saucy. Yes, she is. Anywho, so this blame game back and forth and all that there, it'll never stop until you guys acknowledge that you are not the perfect patties. And I'm going to give you another example. Like we all know about Robinetta. Everybody knows. And the people that put in that vote, they had in their sick mind, we're going to do this because of the first black vice president. She's not black. Okay? She's not black. So you justify putting him in there because of Mala? Are you serious? Are you serious? And I look around and I see on some people's Facebook page, they got a picture of Mala on there. I'm talking about some of my people. They got a picture of Mala and Joe. If that ain't sick, you ought to be embarrassed. If not, let me just tell you, you should be embarrassed. You should be embarrassed. that you picked him because you think she's the first black vice president or whatever it is that you done conjured up in that mind of yours. You're weak. You're very weak to do that because that's like saying, I'm going to vote for Satan because I know that, let's see. I'm going to vote for Satan because I know Jesus is his vice president. That's exactly what you did. It doesn't matter what's done is done. And you guys know the best is yet to come because the truth will always surface, okay? So my thing is, you guys seen videos of people slinging ballots like crack cocaine, and that wasn't enough for you. And trust me, there was a lot more evidence. But when somebody removes your Twitter, your Facebook, the media don't want you, and you are the leader of the free world, what do y'all want him to do? He did what he needed to do. He's in Mar-a-Lago. We're happy. And you're still unhappy. You guys have that seat and you're still unhappy. Let Auntie tell you why you're unhappy. Can I? Happy Valentine's Day. Almost forgot. But let me tell you why you're unhappy. Because you're too busy looking for a short fix. Okay? Now, I know 4 years comes and it comes like really super quick. To be honest with you, I don't think the 4 years will be the 4 years because the truth always prevails. I mean, you can censor and close down somebody's thoughts and all that there for only a certain amount of time. And it trickles out. It's going to get through. But my thing is, you have to call it like you see it. Don't just keep calling it on my side, okay? You need to look on your side. And until you acknowledge the fact that BLM and Antifa did what they did the whole summer, and no, it was not reported on the news because they're doing just what they're doing. That's why we're in this position, silly. So I'm not going to keep denouncing something that we know was wrong, but how about you trying to start? Because you guys didn't even start. I mean, you're acting like, oh, the summer, it was nothing. I want you to look at those towns, those cities look like third world countries right now, burned to the ground, okay? When you got black people killing innocent white babies because they don't care, that is a problem. So I tell you what, get yourself together, people, because what you're doing here, this one-sided acting crazy type of thing is not good. And I have no respect for you until you get yourself together. Stop looking at somebody else and look at yourself, okay? And to all the people that are my age, like Auntie's 56 now, 56 and up, you're wrong. My nieces and nephews, they mamas and things like that, I'm telling you, you're wrong. Okay? Saucy wrong. Because you failed to look at what's really going on, and then you wonder why your kids and your grandkids are having a hard time in life because they're looking at you and you can't even acknowledge the truth. You don't even want to look at the things that you've done to contribute to the situation that we're in today. And hell, we ain't even got to talk about that. I'm talking about things within the family. Hell, families are torn and ripped apart, y'all, because of this very thing, and that is untruth. And then there are some truths that families don't even want to look at, and one of them is mental illness. Yeah, I'm crazy, but I'm the kind of crazy you really don't want to mess with because I'm very smart, okay? I'm not violent. I don't want to hurt you, but I'm going to defend myself with truth and with God's love. But a lot of these parents, these older adults today, they're so busy talking about somebody else and what they need to do. And they wonder why their kids is not strong in it. They're not strong in the mind. They have anxiety and depression. This is the thing that I have Chiari malformation, anxiety, depression, it goes hand in hand. But see, I have learned that I could laugh and act a zip damn fool and you'll never know how I'm feeling, okay? Well, these youngsters cannot do that. They wear it right here, and it affects everything that they do. Because a lot of the adults, you guys done did some dirtball stuff and you think you just gloss it over and say that God forgave you or whatever, but I'm talking about make amends, make true amends, because that makes you a true person that loves humanity. Okay? So anybody that has a picture of Mala because they think she is the first black whatever, the woman is not black, number one, and number two, you're crazy. You're crazier than I thought you were. And you're ignorant, because if you have that on your Facebook, on any book, that you even did what you did, shame on you. Shame on you. So this is what you do. You denounce anyone that brings up anything negative about a white person, a green person, a blue person, until you can do that. Because I even do it when I get mad at somebody, and if it's a white person and they're crazy, I say, oh, that's sick cracker there. Just like you do. Okay? So you guys think that you can point out who's prejudiced or whatever. We all got it in us. And it comes a time that you should be honest enough to say that you've done it, okay? And you're still doing it today. Because if you're seeking the demise of somebody white, green, purple, or blue, you're miserable, okay? You're miserable. And see, this brain malformation that I have is nothing compared to how ugly and miserable people are that walk around here and lift up color because they have nothing else better to do, and it makes them feel good. And Auntie's going to give you another tip. I notice all these movies that just come out repetitively about black people, this, black stories with just black. They're doing this for a reason. That's why you're in that position to where it's all about black. You keep watching this shit on TV, these movies that they're coming up with. I can remember the last movie that I watched concerning our history or whatever, and it was Roots, and I was in school. I was in high school or maybe middle school. I'm old now. But that was with Kunta Kinte and all them. Oh, no. I take that back. I did see The Color Purple, but I think that's the last one that did me because I couldn't do no more. I couldn't do it no more. It's not because of their color. It's the suffering, none of that there. It is because I know what happened. I appreciate all the people that paved the way for me, and so it is my duty not to twerk on Martin Luther King Day to dedicate it to him, because that's exactly what was going on in America. You had a bunch of black people twerking, a twerk fest on Reverend Martin Luther King Day, guys, okay? And then you guys went a step further with your crap in Houston. You guys did a dedication to George Floyd. Everybody denounced it. Everybody knows it was wrong what happened to that man. But let me tell you something. You do not lift up somebody like him who was into porn. He was a porn star, a drug addict. He was all that. He even beat a woman down, pregnant and all black. And then you have a dedication to him. This black woman that was pregnant, and he put a gun to her head, okay? In Houston, them idiots is down there lifting up George Floyd. See, this is the class example. You guys take a little piece of something and you just keep going with it, and you can't do that. You got to be thorough all the way through. And until you do, I will respect you as a human being, but I have no respect for you where I want you around me, because something's wrong with you. Something is definitely wrong with you, okay? So you keep celebrating your black pride and all that there, because if it was up to Auntie, I would get rid of Black History Month. And I'm going to tell you why I would do it. I would do it because you guys run around here, Black Lives Matter and all that there, okay? And I disagree. If it mattered, you would have respect for a person like me, somebody that suffers with a brain malformation. And you know what? It is not easy. It is not easy. Okay. And then if you want to put the icing on it, I have no family or friends that text or, well, yeah, I do have some, but I push people out of my life for a reason, because mentally I'm not there. I cannot have what you're trying to put on me. And when I say what you're trying to put on me, and that's problems that you make, I mean, let me give you an example. I know a person that says, why people always be crapping on my head? Why people always doing me like that? The reason why is you keep letting them. And see, I don't have family around me because I didn't let them disrespect me as a person. See, they wanted to disrespect me and talk all kinds of crap about me that they didn't know. So I had to close them out of my life, or else you think I'm crazy now. I'd really be bonkers, okay? They really don't know me. So now they're getting to know me because I'm on Facebook now, and then I have my YouTube channel because I refuse to let somebody write my story. So all the little things that you guys think that we don't care about, we do. We just don't care about the way that you're trying to lift that up over what's going on. You can't have it both ways. You have to acknowledge the fact that BLM and Antifa are destructive, not only to America, but to the black people. We don't need excuses. Because one thing about being black, we have this endurance where we could take pain like no other. We've always had that. But mentally, we're mentally, as a people, not good, because we're not living in reality. And then we lie and we bury up secrets that make people want to do self-destructive things like what I used to do. Okay. And until you could talk about these things, until you could talk about some things that you've been through, and then once you talk about those things, a person will understand why you feel the way you do, instead of just judging you because they think they know you. They think they know you, and they don't know shit. Okay? They don't know anything. You're talking about the same people for the last 4 years. Every time you turn around, oh, he's going down. He's this. They gonna get him. This and that. And I bet you yesterday y'all was looking with egg in the face once again. Why do you think this keeps happening? Because you guys are letting it, and you guys are wanting something bad to happen, and you get all excited thinking, oh yeah, he's going to be impeached. He will never be able to run for president again. That's where you're dumb, because you guys think that we're trying to get him back in office or whatever. If he wants to get there, that is his choice. The only thing that we're focused on is getting rid of those rhino Republicans, getting some fresh new people in the Congress on our side, because you guys could care less. You guys don't hold your people accountable. That is why we're in the position that we're in. But what our short-term goals are is to get those rhinos out of there. The people that do not stick together in the Republican Party, they have to go. There are some new people, and they're cool. They're good. There's a few old ones, you know. There's Gates, and there's Jim Jordan, and Ted Cruz. I'm kind of iffy on him because I think he's grandstanding. When they start talking too much and acting all saucy, I think they have, well, everybody has a motive in some kind of way, but I think he's positioning himself to move on, which is good. It's just, loyalty to me means a lot more than what I've seen out of the Republican Party. And you notice I said loyalty. You guys would be like, oh, they're racist. Hell, the racists are everywhere. You're racist. I'm racist. Piss me off. I'm going to show you how racist I am. Anyway, I had a really good conversation with you guys. And to the younger generation, I'm proud of you guys. I see a lot of you stepping to the plate because you have your own mind, and you need to do the work. You need to research. You need to learn. Don't listen to what people tell you. Get on there and research. Especially don't listen to the elders in your family anymore because a lot of them don't even know what's going on. They don't. I'm not saying don't listen to them because they're not smart. You listen to them because they have that wisdom that everybody needs, but they don't have the tools to research. They only have CNN, and we all know that they're not giving them any type of nourishment. Nothing positive. Everything's negative. These people are just, I'm not even going to say the unhinged. They're far beyond that. Yeah, those crispy, crusty critters like the Reed girl and them people like that. I mean, even when they're reporting the news, they're like, and y'all call me crazy. Y'all call me crazy, and y'all watch people in the media just, I mean, that is not their job to be doing all that. Their job is to report the news, not to be all up in their feelings trying to get you in yours to hate. And they did that years and years and years. They did that. And you guys hate anything that does not agree with you. And it's awful. It really is awful. And I'm saucy. Auntie is saucy over that. So to the adults 55 and up, they got Mala and them on their Facebook. I done seen it. You're a cornball, corn pop, just like creepy. If you guys only knew the real story. Anyway, speaking of creepy, as much crack as I done smoked growing up, as many times as I have been to jail, and now Auntee, millions of books and money from Ukraine, and then my brothers in prison, people locked up all over. You people voted for them. I was you say something. I'm not gonna do it, but y'all know where I'm going with this. And you know what? Get your life, y'all. Get it, and get saucy. Can you get saucy? Start having that discussion. Because the ones y'all been having, the debates and discussions that y'all have are just whack. Especially when I got people telling me, oh, I support AOC. I'm like, OMG. The girl is a polar bear. She's a beautiful, precious polar bear that is lost. And then she goes into the big world of Congress. And she's looking at the people around her, and she's actually doing what she sees, like her saying she was there that day, and she put herself as if she was, and she really felt it. That's some psychological ish there, y'all. I mean, in her mind, she really was. But America will never, ever, ever, ever heal until we stop putting people in Congress that hate this country. You can't hate this country and try to serve in Congress. Something wrong with you. You're supposed to be in Congress because you love this country and you're trying to work for the American people, okay? But we all know it's not even like that anymore. These people are making money left and right, and they think you're doing us a favor by holding that seat warm, and they're not. So we're going to set that example and clean out our party, and hopefully you guys will catch up like in a few decades, because you ain't even started until you can acknowledge, yes, it was horrible what happened at the Capitol, but all summer long and what we're going through right now. And then every time you're around somebody that opens up their mouth and says something negative about somebody white, you need to stop them. Okay, you need to say, don't do that, because then I'm going to get started doing it. And then it becomes a habit. It's just repetitive behavior, okay? So that's where you could start. You could start by whoever you're around. If you're talking about the white man or whatever, you need to say, well, I've heard enough for today. You don't have to tell them how to think, how to feel. Just don't be around them. Close that circle, okay? And to the young people, do your thing. Make Auntie proud. Because, see, this is what it's all about, y'all. I'm old. This is y'all's world. And you got to take over and do what you need to do to make things great again. Okay? You guys, this is your world. And you have to keep an open mind. Okay? Mental health matters. I don't care what type of mental health you have. If you're bipolar, if you're anxiety, depression, and all that there, suicidal, been there, done that. All of it. All you got to do is ask God to help you guys. Oh, speaking of God, there's a lot of people out there right now, and they're like, that's why I don't go to church. You see how they is. They ain't no Christian. They fake. Yeah. How do you know if a person loves God or not? That's where you need to just shut up and stop it, okay? Just stop it. Just stop it. Do you think people that love God are perfect? Because if we were perfect, we wouldn't need him, silly. Okay? He ain't finished with me. Let him start with you. Can he start with you? Invite him in and ask him. He'll do it. I ask him every day, especially when I'm cutting a rug like I did yesterday. I'm like, Lord, please slow this brain down because I'm acting a zip dang fool. And he does. He does. So I can love God all I want and still be a butt, okay? Is that a good example? No, it's not. But it shows my human side, okay? Because I'm not going to be fake for you, okay? I'm going to just keep it saucy. Saucy. I mean, real saucy. Until then, you guys enjoy your Sunday. Stay blessed. Stay blessed. And I'm still waiting on to be stimulated, okay? Because that might just make me okay for a day. Okay?